Jan Hendrik Wessels has reportedly been given a 9-week ban, and Makazole Mapimpi for his tackle versus Ulster has given him a 5-week ban. This has come just before the November tests. And what is happening here? Maybe I'm overreacting, but I think Rassie needs to start sending out a couple tweets to World Rugby, because this is absolutely ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Let's start off with Makazole Mapimpi, then we're going to go into Jan Hendrik Wessels, because don't even get me started on Jan Hendrik Wessels. This is just outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. So Makazole Mapimpi, I forget the player's name. He was number 15 for Ulster. Yes, Mapimpi did lift him and drop him down. Understandable. It is against the law. But 5 weeks. I mean, we look at the we look at the mitigation. So the mitigation is 1 week, right? 1 week. So it shows entry level, low end 6 weeks, right? It was reckless, it wasn't intentional, and the player wasn't injured. Mitigation, 1 week. A good record. He doesn't have a good record. Acceptance, committing an act of foul play. Remorse or apology, good conduct, any other. And then aggravation, repeat offender. Apparently he's a repeat offender. Need for deterrent, and any other factors. So, first of all, again, maybe I'm being a bit over the top, but I don't know if you guys can remember Augustine Pulu. Augustine Pulu fractured Mapimpi's eye socket, and he didn't even get given a yellow. Not even a yellow. He escaped any cards. Again, he does deserve a fine, a ban. Fair enough. What he did was dangerous, and it was reckless. But this was his first red in like over 100 games. So why is it so big? Maybe I'm missing something, but this one I can understand. I can understand why it might be 5 weeks. Although I'm not happy with it, it is understandable. But Jan Hendrik Wessels, there was an issue with for an act of foul play between the Bulls and Connacht. And this is something I really, really don't understand. So Josh Murphy complained to the ref that Wessels grabbed him in the crown jewels, right? And this went on, and there wasn't conclusive evidence. Wessels, he ended up staying on the field, whereas Murphy ended up getting a red card for retaliation. But now, after the fact, after it has been shown that it hasn't been shown, right? There is no evidence behind it. There is nothing to actually show other than Josh Murphy saying it is what it is. Wessels, this went into a disciplinary, whatever it is, I forget their name, disciplinary committee. And they have now decided and have ruled against Wessels and potentially given him a 9-week ban for something that there is no evidence for. How does this work? There is no evidence. There is nothing to physically show he did what he did outside of the word of X, Y, and Z, but yet you are giving him a 9-week ban. Don't get me wrong. We do have other players. I really like Jan Hendrik Wessels. I think he is the next big thing when it comes down to our hooker position once Malcolm Marx ends up hanging up his boots. But I don't understand the thought process here. The referee agrees with Wessels. The referee keeps Wessels on the field. There is no evidence to show otherwise, but yet it goes to a disciplinary committee and it ends up being awarded, Jan Hendrik ends up being awarded a 9-week ban for what? Where is the reasoning behind this? What could they have seen that the ref and the TMO didn't see that they now magically have evidence for to go and give him a 9-week ban? What is happening here? I think Rassie really needs to send out a couple tweets or make another little video, because this is ridiculous. The Bulls are going to be contesting this, which is understandable. But to me, this just looks like they're going to be made to look a fool. They're going to be made to look a fool because the decision was made despite the absence of conclusive footage. How? This doesn't even make sense. What are they seeing here that everybody else hasn't? What evidence do they have to back themselves up to say, this is the reason why we have X, Y, and Z. This is why we are sanctioning him. No. There's no clear footage of him doing what he did outside of what I think it was Jacob Murphy. What Murphy had to say. I'm confused. I'm frustrated. I'm angry because this is so unnecessary. What gives them the right to do this? I would love to know what evidence they have behind this, because how can you fine someone, or not fine, how can you sanction somebody for something that you do not have clear evidence for? It makes no sense. In my mind, innocent until proven guilty, no? If they can clearly show that he is guilty of the action, fair enough. Fine him, ban him, whatever it is. But how can you do it and not give evidence? It doesn't make sense. It confuses me. So guys, maybe there's something that I'm missing, but this has frustrated me to no end, and I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on this, because this is ridiculous. 9-week ban. Yo. Wow. Guys, this is ridiculous. This is absolute. I can't do anything other than laugh at this bloody ridiculous notion. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let me know what you think. What am I missing here? What am I missing here that has caused this? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll catch you guys later.